In this video, we'll be taking a look at the NBA All-Star Game, happening on February 20th, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this NBA All-Star Game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like access to our exclusive betting picks where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 15 betting picks a day and more, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Now let's get started. The eyes of the basketball world are on Cleveland this weekend with a full slate of NBA All-Star events. After individual competitions on Saturday, the best of the best take the floor on Sunday evening for the 2022 NBA All-Star Game. LeBron James and Kevin Durant serve as captains for the teams, though Durant is injured and will not play. Draymond Green is also on the sideline for Team Durant, with James Harden out of action for Team LeBron. LeBron James' experience in the NBA All-Star Game paid off on draft night, as he selected a far better roster than Kevin Durant. LeBron assembled a roster with a good mix of size, shooting, and skilled passing big men. Team LeBron enters as the favorite, and with good reason. Teams captained by James have won the last 4 All-Star matchups, and James himself will be playing in his 18th All-Star Game, tied for the most in NBA history. While the Lakers have struggled this season, James isn't the reason, as he is averaging 29.1 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 6.5 assists per game. He is also shooting 52.2% from the floor, and James is red hot as the All-Star break arrives, scoring 25 points or more in 23 straight games and averaging 31.7 points and 9.3 rebounds per contest over that sample. James is then flanked by Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is the reigning All-Star MVP. And Antetokounmpo is a legitimate MVP candidate with 82 combined points in his last 2 games before the All-Star break. With that combination of physicality and force combining with the game's best shooter in Stephen Curry, Team LeBron will be incredibly difficult to defend. Team Durant will need more than one player to step up in order to beat Team LeBron on Sunday. Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid headlines the roster for Team Durant. However, the starting lineup has far less NBA All-Star Game experience. Aside from Embiid, no one on Team Durant has more than 3 NBA All-Star Game appearances. The absence of Durant will get attention, and rightly so, but Team Durant is led by the betting favorite to win the 2021-2022 NBA MVP award. Joel Embiid sits atop the field at Caesars Sportsbook for the league's top individual honor, and he is averaging 29.6 points and 11.2 rebounds per game this season. Embiid boasts a 61% true shooting mark, and he has been even better in recent days, averaging 33.4 points and 11.5 rebounds per game in the last 25 contests. Embiid is also a high-end defender, and Team Durant can play a dominant defensive center for all 48 minutes if they also want to deploy Rudy Gobert when Embiid rests. In support, Team Durant has 2 dynamic lead guards in Ja Morant and Trae Young. Morant is the centerpiece of a top 3 team in the Western Conference, averaging 32.3 points, 7 assists, and 6.1 rebounds per game in the last 14 contests. Young is averaging 27.8 points and 9.3 assists per game, and he is one of the most creative, dazzling passers and long-range shooters in the sport. There is a trend that should be too great to ignore, and that is young point guards taking over the league. Both squads are up to their ears in quality, game-changing, electric young point guards. Kyrie Irving's holdout from getting the vaccine came at the perfect time for LaMelo Ball, Fred VanVleet, and Darius Garland. Ja Morant and Trae Young were locks in the East, but one of the others may have been nudged out if Irving was still in the discussion. If Kyrie Irving never makes it back to being a full-time player, or even a guy on a winning team, then he's about to learn the hard lesson that the league misses very few players. Maybe the most disrespectful result of the All-Star voting is the Phoenix Suns All-Stars Chris Paul and Devin Booker not being All-Star starters. They are the stars of the winningest team and have decidedly beaten all the other All-Stars teams. Yes, DeMar DeRozan is having a great season. Yes, Andrew Wiggins is defeating the doubters. Yes, Donovan Mitchell is fun to watch. All these and more. Yet the Phoenix Suns have the best record in the league, and it is not even close. If the mark of an All-Star is stats, then why is there still a discussion between MJ and LeBron? Clearly LeBron is the better player if we only looked at stats. There are some noticeable absences from this time around. No Anthony Davis, no Bradley Beal, no Kyrie Irving, no Kawhi Leonard, no Zion Williamson, no Jaylen Brown, no Paul George, no Domantas Sabonis, No Ben Simmons, and no Julius Randle. Julius Randle and Domantas Sabonis got nudged out by better performing players. On the other hand, Jaylen Brown got completely snubbed. The rest of the absences tell a scary story of how injuries decimated the NBA this year. Injury is normally a powerful force in the NBA, but this season has been brutal. Lots of high-end, max contract NBA superstars are missing entire seasons, if not giant chunks of this season. In Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving's cases, deliberately sitting out has been described as sort of a mental injury. First-time All-Star Cleveland Cavaliers point guard Darius Garland will be playing with home court advantage. He will also be playing with LeBron on Team LeBron, the King of Cleveland, anointing a first-time Cleveland All-Star in Cleveland. He won't come out of it as popular as Joe Burrow, but he will get a lot of attention in Ohio. It will feel like Darius Garland's day in chunks when he is on the court. Looking at past trends, we can see that in 2021 Team LeBron beat Team Durant 170-150. And the MVP was Giannis Antetokounmpo. In 2020, Team LeBron beat Team Giannis 157-155 in a rare close game. The MVP was Kawhi Leonard, and maybe the last time we ever saw him play at a high level. In 2019, Team LeBron beat Team Giannis 178-164. The MVP was Kevin Durant. In 2018, Team LeBron beat Team Curry 148-145. The MVP was LeBron James. The trend is super clear. Team LeBron wins. The reason he wins is because he is his own first pick. His team has a natural advantage, which is him. I also like the size advantage that Team LeBron has over Team Durant. Trae Young and Ja Morant are both starting for Durant's squad. Alongside 6'2" Curry in the backcourt is 6'6" DeMar DeRozan for LeBron's team. It just doesn't seem fair they have a front court composed of James, Antetokounmpo, and Jokic, three huge players with elite playmaking ability. When it comes to exciting all-star worthy plays, Team Durant may have an edge. Young, Morant, Zach LaVine, and LaMelo Ball all have styles for showcases like this. Team LeBron to win and uncover the spread as favorite is our full game side pick. The total for this edition of the All-Star Game is probably the more interesting bit. Now, the format changes that have come about in recent years are due to the fact the game was no longer competitive, particularly on the defensive end. Defense is not the hallmark of the league's showcase. That's evidenced by the ridiculous final scores that have become commonplace in the All-Star Game. The total scores between 2014 and 2017 are 318, 321, 369, and 374 points. That 374-point farce of a game prompted the change to the fantasy draft format in 2018. That immediately produced a better result, with Team LeBron defeating Team Steph in a thrilling 148-145. It was the first time the total fell below 300 points since 2013. But the attention to defense didn't last long, as the next year saw Team LeBron and Team Giannis put up a combined 342 points. Then came the Elam ending, and the last two All-Star games saw 312 and 320 points respectively. In this format, defense was obviously still optional for 3 quarters, but that has changed in each of the last 2 fourth quarters when the clock got turned off, with those frames actually resembling basketball games. Now, with a bunch of the star power missing from this game, and the fact this format hasn't gone over 320 points, the under looks very solid, so under the projected total is our full game total pick. LeBron James will go all out, especially since knowing his actual team, the Los Angeles Lakers, are done for this season. This will be LeBron's last chance to win a major award, and he will take it. All-Star MVP won't replace more rings, but unless he joins a contender at a discount, he is out of chances to do it with the Los Angeles Lakers. The next stop for LeBron James is scoring the most regular season points of all time over Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That is 1.5 seasons away. He will mollify his feelings, switch this award. Our safe MVP prop pick is LeBron James, while our less safe long shot MVP prop pick is Ja Morant. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.